So it's finally fall. Happy fall, everyone. Yay! I am, however, still catching up on the backlog of summer projects that I've done, so that's what today's gonna be about. This August, I went to the Labyrinth Masquerade in Los Angeles for the first time ever, and it was very, very exciting. I will have a vlog on that eventually coming out when I finish editing that, but today I want to talk about one of the outfits that I made. I ended up making two different outfits. One of them is a porcelain corset that was inspired by Candy makeup artist on Instagram. That's her stuff, but that's not what this video is about. That one's gonna get its own video later. This video is about this outfit that I made right here. Originally I wanted it to be a fairy, but because I was traveling with it, I didn't want to bring wings with me across the country, so decided not to do that. The general starting point for this was that I wanted to do some kind of like baroque fairy. I just made a baroque pirate that I wore to the Maryland Run Fair. I've just been on kind of like a baroque inspired themed kick, I guess. I don't know, all the red and golds really got me. When I was in LA last May, I went fabric shopping and found this really cool lace. I'll go get it because I have extra. I found this really cool lace that has little like rhinestones and pearls on it. I also grabbed some of this lace. I didn't end up using this lace. I'll eventually use it for a different project, but this lace kind of had more of the vibe that I wanted. The rest of the fabrics were either stash fabrics or they are curtains, tablecloths that I found at the thrift store. So I was trying to be good about not buying a ton of new fabric for this. That was my big splurge, and that was I think like $85 a yard. So I bought like half a yard and I didn't really want to spend more than that on this costume. And the other goal of this costume was to make separate pieces that I could use in other costumes as well. So the porcelain corset was a very particular piece that is like, obviously it could be worn with other things, but it is a very like specific, this is that thing. For this other costume, I had more of a goal of making individual pieces that I could put into other costumes as well and mix and match a little bit more. Been trying to do more of that where I can use my costume pieces across things, even though I've been doing a lot of themed stuff lately, so it's not working so well. But this one did. When I figured out what fabrics I was going to use, I made a little sketch here, and then I just kind of went along and started doing stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy seeing the process of this. This whole intro was a little rambly and not very straightforward, but that's kind of how this whole project went. Was it just once I finished one part, I was like, okay, now it's time to figure out the next part, and that's kind of how the process went. So it was not as thought out a process as I normally like to have with like a plan and a sketch. It did have a sketch with a plan on like what all the individual pieces are going to be ahead of time and like patterns, and usually I pick all that stuff out ahead of time. This time I kind of was like, this is the general look that I want, these are the fabrics that I want, and we're just gonna follow my heart and find the patterns as we go, or figure out patterns as we go. And we did, and it looked pretty good. That's pretty much it. That was not very coherent. Sorry if it was hard to follow, but let's go into the past a couple months and you can see me get started on this project. Kind of draped something to see if I liked this on the form. This obviously will not be over the top of this. I was thinking I'll use this middle part for the sleeves, and then this part here for the bodice, and then the other side of the lace for like the top of the skirt. This is what I've got for the skirt potentially, but for now I'm gonna cut this lace apart so I can start working on the bodice. For the top, I decided that I like it better, rather than the pointy part hanging down like this, I like it better as like kind of straps, I guess. Yeah, kind of like that. So I think I'm gonna build it on top of this. I was considering doing like a full corset, but like the middle would be visible. It's not like my favorite look when you can see like a mesh corset underneath the dress. Like I think it works for some looks, but not really what I want for this. So I think I'm just gonna build the top off of this. This is a dress I made a while ago, and if I just take like the top like bandeau part of this dress, then I can use it as a base for stitching this stuff too. I have this pink satin that I'm going to use as the base layer. It's kind of a similar color to the pink brocade that I wanted to use for the skirt, so I think that'll match well. It's not invisible obviously, but it'll blend into that lace pretty well. I don't know, maybe I should use something more contrasting. I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, but I'm gonna alter the pattern for this, and then we'll see about fabric choices. Here's option 1 with the red underneath the lace, so it's like more contrasted. You can see the lace a little bit better. It still matches this. It's maybe a little dark, but I think that's okay. And then let's look at option 2. Here's option 2. The loud noise, we have people working on our roof from when the tree fell on our house, so sorry for that. But this is option 2. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay.
An ocean, a cave, that no one could say. A shelter, a whole act, a light that died with the night. You and I, we got our differences. Yet I thought we were more alike than unlike. Monsoon rain and chest pain. What's the plan? Heavy breathe and stay insane. Grab my hand. Everything is grey inside this narrow maze.
Then for the skirt, I've got this red tablecloth and I've got these pink curtains. I have 2 of these pink curtains. So I'm gonna do an underskirt out of the pink and then do an overskirt out of the red. The length of the curtain should go with the grain, which means that I can just kind of use them as the panels they are. I'm gonna cut them down to the right size and then just mount them onto a waistband. And I think I'm gonna just have them tie, like I'll keep it as 2 panels and have them tie front and back, kind of like Hakama pants. The tablecloth, I'm a little bit less certain because this is the overskirt. It's gonna just tie over top or something, or I'm gonna do something, I'm not entirely sure. But first I just need to cut some stuff and then I need to like seam rip these guys and then we can start making skirts.
We speak but oh nothing. We run our separate ways. Do you ever think about me? Or are you busy with someone else? You and I, we got our differences. Yeah. I thought we were more alike than unlike. Monsoon rain and chest pain. What's the plan? Heavy breathe and stay insane. Now grab my hand. Everything is grey inside this narrow maze. Everything has lost its taste.
Okay, I've got the underskirt done and I think instead of cutting this into 2 panels and doing it so that the green is going the correct direction, I am just gonna use it as the entire tablecloth. I was gonna just like gather it all the way across the long edge of the tablecloth, but then I left some of it hanging out like this and I think it makes like a pretty little waterfall kind of thing. So I'm gonna leave that stuff out and then I'm just gonna gather up the rest into a waistband. I think I'm gonna have to cut like a few inches off of the top of this maybe to make that the waistband so that it matches, but we'll see. I don't really want to cut anything off of this because if I cut part of it off then I kind of leave this edge raw and I don't want to do that. back. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the process of how I made this costume and then the reveal also. I didn't actually have much opportunity to film a reveal at the Labyrinth Ball. The lighting is not good there, so if you are planning on filming there, something to keep in mind is that the lighting kind of sucks. It's very cool ambient lighting. I really appreciated the room with all the lights and the watery nature sounds and everything, but it's not ideal for filming a costume reveal. So part of the reason the videos from Labyrinth costumes are so late is because I had to shoot all of the reveals last month at ColossalCon, so that's why we're a little bit late getting everything up. Like I mentioned in the intro, I like how this costume turned out. It fulfills all of the things that I wanted it to fulfill. It's like kind of modular. I can use the pieces for other costumes and they are like cohesive that they all go together, but they're kind of generic enough that they go with other stuff, which is nice. I didn't have wings at the actual Labyrinth Masquerade, but I was able to bring them to Colossal East with me since we were driving, and I think that it looks really cool with the wings. Wings are from Moon Moth Wings and they were designed by SunsetDragon, so thanks to them for making some cool wings together. I think that the costume really, it looks more cohesive and pulled together with the wings and like with the accessories and stuff. I also borrowed the hair bun cage thing and the little sword earrings from my friend Erin. The hair accessories, I don't remember where exactly they're from. I know she got them at the Virginia Run Fair. The earrings are from Regal Rose, and they're cool sword earrings. I also have a code for Regal Rose if you want to check that out and purchase things. I like Regal Rose, and you know, helps me out if you guys use my codes, so you know. Yeah, so I really think the accessories helped pull everything together. I do think that the outfit itself, like the top and the skirt portions that I made, are not the most exciting pieces that I've ever made. A little more generic, like I mentioned, but I like them and I think they're cute and I like the colors, so I'm happy with how it turned out. Did end up really liking how the hem turned out. I didn't want to cut any of the hem off because then I'd have to rehem it, so I just left it as a tablecloth, but it made it have this like, I mean, it's a tablecloth shape, so it's still a big rectangle, but it looks kind of cool in that like it has a little bit of a like a handkerchief hem kind of shape, but it's really long. So like normally handkerchief hems, you see them and they're pretty short and then you can see all the jaggedy parts. This, because it's so long, it just kind of like trains out but to the side, which is kind of weird but also kind of cool, so I like how that looks. Oh, it was my first time making chainmail, so that was very exciting. I actually bought all of these chainmail rings for a different project. We had a chainmail day for our friend group at the Maryland Ren Fair, and I was going to use the coppery rings to make chainmail for that day. And then about halfway through making like a little chainmail crop top thing, I decided that it went really well with the lace that I picked up for this costume, and decided to switch gears entirely and take it apart and make something else out of it. So this was my very first time making a chainmail piece, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. Erin, the friend who lent me the hair things, also helped me out with the chainmail, so thanks Erin for your help and assistance with everything. I'm really excited about the chainmail. I'm very excited to keep making chainmail. I'm now on my third chainmail project and I'm hoping to finish it in a couple days, so after I'm done filming this, I'm gonna go work on that. Chainmail is very new to me. Along with the other accessories, I think that it also like really helped pull everything together, made it look a little bit more fantasy than just like, this is a fancy prom dress kind of thing. Happy with how that turned out, and I think for my first chainmail project, it looks very cool. I feel like chainmail is not so much a technical skill until like you're at like the really complicated stuff. Like obviously, like if you look at like Falconeer Shop or like some of the other big chainmail makers, that stuff is, it's very much skill. That's a talent and a skill and like something that they have worked hard at learning how to do. But doing like the basic 4-in-1 or like the things like making little long chains, like all of that is really just how much tedium can you put up with. So I feel like at the level that I am at for chainmail, it doesn't really require much skill. It's a lot of like, okay, I learned how to do this one thing and now I do it like 1,000 more times till I have a sheet of this one thing that I did. So it's kind of a nice like TV project, or like it was a good playing project. I am really enjoying making chainmail for that reason. I eventually hope to be at the level of like Falconeer Shop. Their stuff is amazing and so cool and like aspirational for sure, but right now I think the level of chainmail stuff that I'm doing is mostly just learn how to do a thing and then just do it over and over again. So if you've been wanting to try chainmail, it's not hard, you should do it. Yeah, so that's my video. That's all from me. I hope you guys really liked this video and liked seeing the process of how I made this. If you want to see me do more chainmail, I'm not really sure like what to film for chainmail because it is, like I said, kind of doing the same process over and over. I don't know if that'd be terribly interesting. Can you sit nicely for the nice people? No? Okay, bye. Yeah, so if you want to see chainmail stuff and like my process for that, then let me know and I will attempt to film some stuff. I did film the video for the Maryland Ren Fair like chainmail group, but I haven't looked at the footage yet, so I don't know if it's actually interesting enough to make a video out of. I don't know, let me know what you think. And thanks for coming along on the ride. I appreciate you guys being here. It's been really nice to meet tons of people at the Ren Fair this year. I really appreciate every single time you guys come and talk to me, and every single one of you. It's always really great to talk to you guys and get to make friends, so yay. If you have any questions, comments, you want to see the chainmail videos, you're excited for the other Labyrinth costume and also the vlog that is hopefully coming up next week, then leave that in the comments. And if you've seen me at the Maryland Ren Fair and you've said hi, or if you haven't said hi, then come say hi next time. But if you're there or you're going to be there soon, then let me know in the comments as well. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like costumes and Ren Fair and vlogs and fantasy stuff, then you know, hit the subscribe button, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye. Oh, we also, new cat is FIV and feline leukemia free, so she is free to roam the house, and we're introducing her to Baby Bat and Honeybee. They are not super getting along yet. Hopefully they will soon. She is very slippery. She does not like to be held. She doesn't like to be in one place for a very long time. So I am still trying to like get her settled down a little bit so that it's easier for me to be like, here's the new cat for the end of the Celtic Fling video, because we did adopt her kind of because of Celtic Fling at the PA Ren Fair. So subscribe for cats also. That's the cat update. You can't see her because she runs away, but she's doing great. She's very healthy now, and she's very excited all of the time. So hopefully I'll be able to get her to sit down for like half a second so I can get that video done and out to you guys so you can see the cats and also Celtic Fling. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop talking now. It was nice to see you guys, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!